Hello everyone, today we'll be going through Cambridge IGCSE Mathematics Paper 4 Extended 058041 October November 2022. Let's move to the question number 1, and question number 1 A part says calculate the volume of a solid cylinder that with radius 6 centimeter and height 14 centimeters. So it will be pi r square h. Pi r square h is the basically volume of the cylinder. So this will be equal to pi, radius is 6, so we can take 6 square into h, height is 14, so multiply by 14 will be equal to, we can use calculator, so it will be 6 square multiply by 14 is equal to 504 pi, or we can provide answer in decimal. In the decimal, answer will be 504 pi will be 1583.36, 1583.36, and this one we can provide rounded answer as 1583. So this is 2-mark question. Then second part, a solid hemisphere with radius 6 centimeters and volume we need to find. The volume of the hemisphere is provided. Keep in mind this is volume of hemispheres, complete sphere, not hemisphere. So we'll be taking half of that one. So volume of hemisphere will be equal to 1 by 2 of this volume whatever provided. So we can write 4 by 3 and pi r cubed, and this will be equal to 1 by 2 into 4 by 3 pi, and radius is 6, so 6 cube, and this one we can calculate. This will be 0.5 into 4 over 3, and this will be multiplied by pi and also multiplied by 6 cube. 6 cube will be this one, and this will be equal to 144 pi, and decimal answer will be 485. So we can write 452, basically 452.38. so 452 will be our rounded answer, and this is for 2 marks, which is done. Now B part says diagram is provided which is not to scale, and the cylinder and the hemisphere in part A are joined to form the solid in the diagram. The solid is made of steel, and 1 centimeter cube of steel has a mass of 7.85 grams, and show that 1 centimeter cube of steel has a mass of 0.00 this. So this is just unit change, unit conversion. So 7.85 grams. To convert into kilograms, we will divide by 1000, and this will be equal to what? We'll have to move 7.85, we'll have to move 3 zeros, so we'll have to move 3 units to the left. So 1, 2 and 3, and decimal will be here, and zeros we can add, and this will be removed. Hopefully you understood this. So we can write answer as 0.00785, and this will be in kgs. This is for your explanation, so better to erase this. I'm erasing this one. So this is only 1 mark question which we have done. So this is in kilograms, and then they are saying calculate the total mass of the solid. So total mass of the solid is what? 1583 is the volume, this one which we already found, and this one we will be multiplying by 452, which is this one. So we will calculate, we'll add this 1583 volume plus volume of hemisphere, which is 452, and then we will multiply it by this kilogram and per unit mass, so it will be 0.00785, and to calculate this we will be using calculator. So we'll have to add 1583 plus 5, 442, 452, and then multiply by 0.00785, and this will be 15.97. So 15.97 kg, which we can round to 16 to the nearest kg. So 16 kg will be our answer for 2 marks. Hopefully you understood this. Then comes C part, and C part says 2000 centimeter cube of iron is melted down and some of it is used to make 50 spheres with radius 2 centimeter. Calculate the percentage of iron that is left over. So leftover volume is percentage is required. So 50, and by using the volume, so this will be 4 by 3 pi r cube. R is 2 centimeter, which is provided, so 2 cube, and this will be equal to, we can simplify, this will be 50 into 4 over 3, and this will be pi, and multiply by 2 raised to the power 3 is equal to 1600 over 3, 1600 over 3, and pi. And decimal answer, if you want, we can check the decimal answer, 1675.5, 1675.5. And this is basically now this is the volume used. This is in centimeter cube, so we can check leftover volume. Volume, we can write volume left over, and this will be equal to 2000, which is the total volume, 2000 centimeter cube minus 1675.5, and this will be equal to, this one will become subtracting from 2000, so 2000 minus answer is equal to 324.48, 324.48. this will be centimeter cube. And now percentage we can calculate. For percentage, 324.48 divided by the total volume, which is 2000, into percentage. For percentage volume, so this number is already there, so fraction answer over 2000 and multiply by 100, and this is equal to 16.22, 16.22%, and we can write answer as 16.22%. And this is answer for 3 marks. Hopefully you understood this. Then comes second part. The iron left over is then made into a cube, and calculate the length of an edge of the cube. So edge of the cube will be remaining volume is this one, the leftover volume is this one, so we will be taking cube root of this. So cube root of 324.48 will be equal to cube root of 324.48, and this is equal to 6.87. This will be length of an edge, so centimeters will be the length, so 6.84 will be final answer for 1 mark. So hopefully you got this. Now D part says a solid cone has radius 3r centimeter and slanting height of 9r centimeter. A solid cylinder has radius x centimeter and height 7 centimeter. The total surface area of cone is equal to the total surface area of cylinder. Given that r is equal to kx, find the value of k. The curved surface area A of the cone with radius r and slanting height is A is equal to pi rl. I have inserted these two drawings for your explanation. These are not part of the questionnaire. So this cylinder is having radius x. They are saying radius x and height is 7. So radius is this one x, and height we can take as 7x basically. So we can find the total surface area of cylinder. Total surface area of cylinder will be total surface area of cylinder will be what? This will be equal to 2 pi r. 2 pi r is x, so 2 pi x square, which is this one top. Pi r square is area, pi r square, this is area. So for the top and bottom we will write 2 pi x square, hopefully you got this, and plus then we will be checking for the curved surface area. Curved surface area is 2 pi r multiplied by h. So r is x here and h is 7x. So we write 2 pi x into 7x. We can simplify. This will be 2 pi x square plus this will be 14 pi x square, which is equal to 14 plus 2 is 16. So 16 pi x square, this will be total surface area of cylinder. Similarly, we can find total surface area of cone. So total surface area of this cone is equal to this one pi r. This one we can take a radius is given for the cone, which is 3r, radius of 3r, this one. So radius we can show this is 3r, and the slanting height which they have shown is given is 9r. So we can write here 9r, 9 capital R. So this will be pi into, we will be using pi RL. So pi into R into L, which is 9R, and plus this will be base area. This base area we can take, which is pi R square. So pi into R is 3R and square, and this will be equal to 9 into 3 will be 27 pi R square, capital R square, plus 9, 3 square will be 9 pi r square, which we can write as 36 pi r square, 36 pi r square. By the condition of the question, we can write 36 pi k square, 36 pi k square x square, r value, and this is equal to 16 pi x square. So x square can be cancelled with x square, so k square is equal to 16 pi over 36 pi. Pi also can be cancelled, so it will be 16 by 36. So k will be equal to 4 by 6, which is equal to 2 by 3. We have taken root at this level, and answer is 2 by 3. 2 by 3 is k value, and this is for 4 marks. Hopefully you understood this. Now we can move to the question number 2, and the question number 2 says write this correct to the nearest 10. Basically we have to write this correct to the nearest 10, and this is nearest 10 will be rounded to this 94 will be rounded, so it will be 2, 9, 9 and 0, and this will be 2990, and this is for 1 marks. And the second part is 0.983 correct to 1 decimal place. So correct to 1 decimal place mean we want to remove from here. So 883, 8 is more than 5, so we'll be adding 1 in 9, so it will be 1.0. So answer will be 1.0 will be, this will be answer for 1 mark. Hopefully you got this. Now part 3, 2090 correct to 2 significant figures. So these are 3 significant figures, 209, so we'll be rounding it to 2 significant figures. So 9 can be rounded to 2100, and this will be 2 significant figures. Ending zeros are non-significant. Hopefully you know the significance rule also. And write on a prime number between 90 and 100. We can write like 97 is not divisible by it's only divisible by 1 and itself, so 97 can be our answer, and this is for 1 mark. Then write 2 raised to minus 6 as a fraction. So 2 raised to minus 6, we can write 1 over 2 raised to 6, which is equal to 1 over 2 raised to the power 6 will be equal to 1 over 64. So 1 over 64 will be our final answer for this 1 mark question. Next, write 0.00701 in standard form. So standard form, we need to move decimal after 7. So this will be 7.01 into, we are moving 3 digits to the right, so 10 raised to the power minus 3, we can write 7.01 into 10 raised to the power minus 3, and this is 1 mark question. Then simplify these basically and give your answer in standard form also. So 1.5 into 10 raised to the power 1.5 into 10 raised to the power x, we can change into x minus 1 and multiply by 10, and plus 1.5 into 10 raised to the power x minus 1. Further, we can multiply 1.5 and 10, it will be 15 into 10 raised to the power x minus 1, plus this will be 1.5 into 10 raised to the power x minus 1. We can take 10 raised to the power x minus 1 common, so inside will be 15 plus 1.5 into 10 raised to the power x minus 1, and we can write it as 16.5 into 10 raised to the power x minus 1, and we can write it as 1.65 into 10 into 10 raised to the power x minus 1. So final answer will be 1.65 into 10 raised to the power x, and this answer we can provide over here at the proper location, and this is for 2 marks. Hopefully you understood this. Then recurring decimal, write this as a fraction, and you need to show your working also. So we will show working. X is equal to 0.3, we can write 7 recurring, and then we can write 10x. So 10x will be equal to 3.777 recurring, and 100x also we can write 100x will be 37.777 recurring. So we can subtract 10x, and that is 3.777 recurring part will cancel when we'll subtract. So 90x will be equal to 37 minus 3, which is 34. So x will be equal to 34 over 90, and we can check with the calculator also whether our answer is correct or wrong, which we can write 34 divided by 90 is equal to, this one you can see 0.37 recurring, and this is what we have done. Now question number 4, 3a part. 3a part number line is provided, and we have to write down the inequality shown by the number line. So this is this side is only greater than, so x is greater than minus 2 side, and this side is less than equal to also, because this is filled circle, so this will be 4, and we can write this as answer minus 2 is less than x and less than equal to 4, and this is for 1 mark. Now for B part, inequality is provided, we need to solve the inequality, and we can solve basically if we shift 3 to the left side, so it will be minus 3 is less than equal to x 2x, and if we shift 3 to the right side, it will be 9 minus 3, so this side will be 0 is less than 2x is less than 6, and now we shift 2 to the left side, so it will be what, it will be not 0, this should be minus 6 basically. So minus 6 divided by 2 will be minus 3, and if you shift to the other side, it will be 6 by 2 will be 3, and this will be the answer minus 3 less than equal to x and less than 3, Basically this is a 3-mark question which is done. You will have to show your working also. Second part, write down all the integer values of x that satisfy the inequalities. So in this inequality, what are the values? -3 is included because this is equal to sign, and -2, -1, 0, 1 and 2. This will be answer for this 2-mark question. Hopefully you understood this. Now C part, solve the equation. This equation we need to solve, and this is a simple equation, algebraic equation which is provided. We'll just multiply everything by 5. So 5 into 3 into 3 minus x, and bracket close, minus 5 into 2 into x plus 2 over 5, and this is equal to 1 multiplied by 5. Now we can cancel this. 5 will be cancelled and open the bracket, so it will be 15 into 3 minus x and minus 2 into x plus 2 and equal to 5. Open the bracket, so it will be 45 minus 15x, and minus 2x and minus 2 into 2 will be plus minus 4. So minus 4 is equal to 5. And this one we can add. This will be 17x. So 45 minus 4 will be 41, minus 17x is equal to 5. And further we can shift 17x to other side. So 17x is equal to 41 minus 5, and 41 minus 5 will be 36. So 17x is equal to 36. So x will be equal to 36 by 17, 36 over 17, or we can provide answer in mixed fraction also. Now this one, second part, this is given, we need to write. So what we'll do, we'll make a line, write these denominators both over here, and x plus 5. Then what we'll be doing, we'll be multiplying this with this, and write first 5 into x plus 5, and this is basically equal to sign equation. So what easier part is, we can cross multiply. So 5 into x plus 5 and is equal to 3 into x plus 3, and then we can open the brackets. 5x plus 25 is equal to 3x plus 9. So 5x minus 3x, x we have shifted to other side, is equal to 9 minus 25, and 2x will be equal to minus 16. So x will be equal to minus 16 by 2, which is equal to minus 8, and minus 8 will be our answer for 3 marks. Hopefully you understood this. Question number 4a part, Zach invests $500 at the rate of 2% per year simple interest. Calculate the value of Zach's investment at the end of 5 years. So basically this is a simple interest formula which we'll be applying. Interest is equal to PRT over 100. PRT over 100, and this will be interest only. So interest will be equal to, principal amount is 500. So 500 multiply by rate, which is 2%, into time duration, which is 5 years, and divided by 100, and this will be equal to fraction 500 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 5 and divided by 100 will be equal to 50. So 50 is the interest, and we need to for the amount we need to add principal amount plus interest, and this will be equal to 500 plus 50, and this will be equal to 550. $550 will be answer for 3 marks. Hopefully you understood this. Then part second, Yasmin invests $500 at the rate of 1.8% per year compound interest. Calculate the value of Yasmin's investment at the end of 5 years. So compound interest formula, you know, is A is equal to P into principal amount into 1 plus rate over 100 raised to the power time duration, and this one will be replacing values. 500 is the principal amount into 1 plus rate is 1.8 over 100 into time duration is 5 years, and this is equal to 500 into 1 plus rate is 1.8 over 100 and raised to the power will be 5, and this is equal to 546.65, rounded to 2 decimal places, 546.65, and we can write here 546.65, our final answer dollars for 2 marks. Now third part is a little tricky. We need to find Zach's and Yasmin continue with these investments. How many more complete years? How many more complete years? How many more complete years? This is important. And is it before the value of Yasmin's investment is greater than the value of Zach's investment? So we can take one side as Yasmin, and the other side we can take like Zach. So Zach side is this one. So this will be compound interest 500. We know this is compound interest formula which we have already applied for t years, and this should be greater than Zach's investment, which is simple interest 500 into 2 into time duration divided by 100 and plus 500 the principal amount of Zach. Now we need this side to be bigger than this one. We need to check for the duration. Keep in mind 5 years are already passed. So let us check for example, we can check for any like value of t, like 10 years. We can check for 10 years. 10 years, after 10 years, what will be the situation? This will be 500. We can calculate directly for 10 years. That will be 500 into 1 plus 1.8 over this will be 100, and for raised to the power 10 will be equal to 597.65, and if we calculate for Zach, it will be fraction 500 into 2 into we are taking 10 years and divided by 100, and this will be plus 500, and this will be equal to 600. So you can see still this Zach is more, so we have to check for the more number of years. If you check for like for example for 11, 12 or 13 years, if I'm checking for 13 years, 13 years will be what? 13 years, if you check, will be 500. In this one we can change, instead of 10 we'll change 13, and we'll get 630.51. 630.51 will be after 13 years, and we can check for this after 13 years. Simple interest will be equal to 630. So you can see now this side is bigger than this side. If you check for 12 years, that will not be satisfying the inequality. So there will be first the term which is satisfying the inequality will be for 13 years. So it means that 13 years is the answer, but 5 years are already passed, so 13 minus 5 will be equal to 8 years. So our answer will be 8 years. Hopefully you understood this. This is for 3 marks. Hopefully you got this. Same question, B part basically, and this is saying Xavier buys a car for $2,500. The value of the car decreases exponentially at a rate of 10% each year. Calculate the value of Xavier's car at the end of 5 years. Give your answer correct to nearest dollar. So principal amount, compound interest formula, amount is equal to P into 1 plus R over 100. This is in case of depreciation. So for appreciation or increase, but now it is decrease exponential, so minus, and the same formula we'll be using. So this will be equal to 2,500, which is the invested amount, into 1 minus rate is 10% divided by 100, and raised to the power 5 years, so 5, and this will be equal to if we calculate 2500 into 1 minus 10 over 100 and raised to the power 5, and this is equal to 1476 point, this will be 225, and they are saying nearest dollar. So to the nearest dollar, it will be, we will be rounding this one, so approximately $1476. So 1476 will be our answer for 3 marks. Hopefully you got this. Now C part says the number of certain type of bacteria increases exponentially at a rate of r percent each day. After 22 days, the number of this bacteria has doubled. Find the value of R. So compound interest or exponential increase formula will be using 100. Let us suppose that initially there are 100 bacteria. So let this is equal to 100 bacteria initially. Then it will be 100 into exponential increase rate we need to check. This is R, and time duration is 22 and 22 days. So each day it is exponentially increasing, and they are asking it for double. So double of 100 will be 200. So it will equalize to 200, and R value we will find 100. I'm shifting to the other side, and this will be 1 plus R over 100 raised to the power 22 is equal to 200 divided by 100, which will be equal to 2. So now we can take 1 plus R over 100 is equal to, we can take 22 root of 2, and this will be R over 100 will be equal to 22nd root of 2 minus 1, and then we can write R is equal to 100 multiplied by 22nd root of 2 minus 1, and this will be equal to 100 into bracket, and 22nd root will be with shift sign and this one. So 22 here, and then it will be 2 here, and minus 1 bracket close is equal to 3.2. So rate will be 3.2, and 3.2 we can mention over here. This is 3 mark question which is done. Hopefully you understood this. Now question number 5, and question number 5 says 100 students each record the time t minutes taken at to eat a pizza. The cumulative frequency diagram shows the results. This side is cumulative frequency, and this side is time, and this side is time in minutes. And find an estimate of the median. Median is the middle value, and middle value is what? Middle value we can estimate. Middle is 50th percentile is the middle one, so we will check for the 50th percentile. Check the reference from 50th percentile, and if we are checking, this is 5, then 6, 7, 8, 9. So 6, 7, 8, 9, and this will be 9.4, and 9.4 will be our answer over here. 9.4 for 1 mark. And then they are saying the interquartile range. Interquartile range is upper quartile minus lower quartile. So 75th percentile and 25th percentile. So if we check, this one is 30, so middle of 30 will be, this one will be 25. So from 25 we can check the reference, and this is the reference point, which is 8. And the upper quartile also we can check, which is 75. So till here is 70, then 75th percentile we can check from here. And the reference, if we take from the graph cumulative frequency curve, and the reference is roughly coming to this point, and this is 14 basically, 10 and 4, it is 10.4, not 14. It's basically 10.4. 10.4. So 10.4 minus 8 we can calculate over here. This will be 10.4 minus 8 will be equal to 2.4. So 2.4 minutes, this will be our answer. Then they're saying the number of students taking more than 11 minutes to eat pizza. So more than 11 minutes we can check from this. We can check 11 reference will be over here. This will be the reference from 11 and it will be over here. And if I draw properly again, this will be the reference, and this is 90. Above 90 is 10. So you can see, if we check again, 11 is, yes, yeah, roughly you can say that 100 minus 10 will be 90. So 100 minus 90 is 10 basically. So 10 will be our answer, taking more than 11 minutes. And then B part, we can go through B part as well. 150 students each record how far they can throw a tennis ball. The table shows the results and calculate the estimate for the mean. So formula is mean is equal to sigma fx over sigma f. So this will be the formula which we will be applying, and we will be calculating the mid range first. So 0 plus 20 divided by 2 will be 10. Middle of 20 and 20 and 30 is 25. Then this will be 32.7. Middle value will be our 32.5 basically, and 35 and 45 will be 40 middle, and 45 and 60 will be 52.5. 52.5. Now we'll be multiplying this with this and writing here. So we can write 10 multiplied by 4 in brackets, plus this will be mean is equal to this one, and 25 multiplied by 38, plus this will be 32.5 multiplied by 40, plus this will be 40 multiplied by 53. So this will be 53, and plus last one is 52.5 multiplied by 15, and whole divided by, this will be divided by sum of frequencies, which is 150. And now we can use calculator to calculate this fraction. 10 into 4 will be 40, plus we can write in brackets 25 into 38 bracket close, plus next will be 32.5 and multiply by 40 bracket close, and plus this will be 40 multiplied by 53, and plus this will be 52.5 multiply by 15 bracket close, and this will be 150, which is 693 over 20. 693 over 20, and decimal value will be 34.65, which we can provide over here. 34.65. This will be final answer for 4 marks. Hopefully you understood this. Now the next thing is cumulative frequency. Basically this is a histogram. Histogram is drawn to show this information, the height of the bar representing 30. D is in between 30 and 35 is 12 centimeter. Calculate the height of each of the bar. So this is given for our calculations. We will be using this. How we can use this? This is 40, and the width is what? We can write 40, and frequency for 30 to 35 is 30 to 35 is 40, this one, and class width is 5. So divided by 5 and multiply by something should be equal to 12. This something we need to calculate. Like for example, we can say this is x. So x will be equal to 12 into 5 over 40, and this will be equal to 12 into 5 divided by 40 is equal to 1.5. So it means that 1.5, this x 1.5, we have to multiply and we'll get x. So this is the relation which we found from the given data, which is over here. And now the same we can use for the others. And for example, if we want to calculate for the first one, so we can calculate for the first one also, that is the frequency is 4 and class width is 20 minus 0 is the class width, which is 20. So we will be dividing frequency, which is 2, will be divided by 40. So this will be basically 4 will be divided by 20. So 4 will be, I'll change the color so that you can understand. This will be 4. We are calculating this one. 4 over 20, which is class width, multiplied by 1.4. This 1.4 we have calculated. I have shown you that calculation also. 4 over 20 and multiply by 1.5 is equal to 0.3. So this will be 0.3, which we can mention over here. This will be 0.3. I have calculated this. I'll change the color for your understanding, and that will be for 38. So this will be 38 over class width will be 10 and multiply by 1.5, and this will be equal to 38 over 10 into, this will be multiplied by 1.5, and this is equal to 5.7. So 5.7 we can write here, 5.7. And next calculation we can make, which is for 53. So 53 divided by class width, which is 10, 45 minus 35 will be 10 into 1.5, and this will be equal to 53 over 10 multiply by 1.5, and this is equal to 7.95. 7.95 will be over here, 7.95. And then we can check for this 15. So this will be 15 over class width will be 60 minus 45, which is 15 into 1.5, and this will be cancelled, so answer will be 1.5. 1.5 we can write here, and this is all calculations part. For your explanation you can write on your answer sheet also. So this is done, and this was for 3 marks. Hopefully you understood this. Then they're saying two students are chosen at random. Find the probability that they both threw the ball more than 45 meter. More than 45 meters will be how many students? So more than 45 are these 15. So 15 out of 50, 15 out of 150. And for the second selection it will be one less, because one we have already chosen, and from the total also we'll choose reduce one. So this will be the probability, and we can multiply, and this will be 15 over 150 and multiply by 14 over 149, and this is resulting to 7 over 749, 45. 7 over 745 will be our final answer for 2 marks. Hopefully you understood this. Then we can move to the question number 6, and question number 6 is column vectors. A part P is given, Q is given, find 3Q. Simple question. We'll have to just multiply Q by 3, this one, and this will be minus 3 and 3, and this will be our final answer for 1 mark. Then we have to calculate P minus Q. P value is 2 by 2 and 3, and minus Q value is minus 1 and 1, and we can write as 2 minus 1 mean plus 1, and 3 minus 1, and this will be equal to 3 and 2, and this will be 3 and to answer. This is also for 1 mark. Then we need to find the p mod, and p mod is what? P mod will be equal to this one, x square, so 2 square plus y square, which is 3 square under root, and this will be equal to 4 plus 9 under root, which is equal to 13 under root. And the decimal value also we can check, that is basically root 13 is equal to 3.61 rounded to 2 dp, and the three significant figures you can say. And b part says the point 2 and 7 and ab, find the coordinates of a. So we can suppose that coordinates of a are x and y, and b is 2 and 7, and ab distance is -4 and 6. So these are the information which you provided. So AB will be equal to what? AB will be B minus A. So 2 minus X, and 2 minus X. This is basically 4. I'll write clearly. Okay, and for y value, it will be 7 minus y, and equal to -4 and equal to 6. What we have done, we have taken this x and x values, and we compared this with -4, and we got this equation. And similarly, we compared the y values and got another equation. And this implies what? X is equal to 2 plus 4, which is equal to 6. And this implies what? Y is equal to 7 minus 6, which is equal to 1. So 6 and 1 are the coordinates for 2 marks, which is done. Hopefully you understood this. Now C part vectors question, and diagram is not to scale. The triangle OGH, OG and H. M is the midpoint of OH, and K divides GH in ratio 5 and 2. So these two are equal, and this is 5 ratio 2. So 5 by 7 and 2 by 7. And OG is equal to G. OG is this one, and this side is equal to G, and OH is this side, and this is equal to H. So this will be H by 2, and this will also be H by 2. For OM is H by 2, and MH is also 1 by 2. So we incorporated this information. Find MK in terms of GH. MK in terms of GH. Now MK, we can join M with K, and this will be the direction. Give your answer in its simplest form. So what we will be doing, we can find first GH, and GH will be what? GH, if we find GH, basically GH, we can write capital GH will be equal to GO plus OH. These are the vectors, and GH will be equal to GO will be minus G and plus H. So this is basically GH, and now we can find MK. MK we can write basically MK is equal to MO. We will be taking this root, this one, and then this one. So we will take MK, MO, basically MO plus OG plus GK. And now we will replace the values, and values will be what? MO will be H by 2, and plus OG is G, plus GK. GK is 5 by 7 of GH. So we can write here minus G plus H, and this one also minus G plus H. So this will be GK value, which we can write 5 by 7. So plus 5 by 7 of minus G plus H, and this is MK, and we can simplify. This will be minus, basically this should be minus, because we are taking MO direction, which is negative direction. So we will write minus H by 2 plus G, and plus into minus will be minus 5 by 7 G and plus 5 by 7h. Further, we can simplify g value is 1 minus 5 over 7, and this will be equal to 2 by 7. So we can write 2 by 7 g, and h value also we can simplify, which is minus 1 over 2 and plus 5 over 7, and this is equal to 3 by 14. So plus 3 by 14h, and this is basically mk value which was required. We can write here 2 by 7g plus 3 by 14h, and this will be for 4 marks. Hopefully you understood this. Question number 7, functions question. F of x, g of x, h of x, and g of x. Function definitions are provided. A part, find g of 1 by 2. We will replace in this. So g of 1 by 2 is equal to 2 over 1 by 2, which is equal to 4. So we can write answer as 4. Then find h of g of 1 by 2. So g of 1 by 2 we already found, which is 4. So we will find h of 4. We will replace in this. So it will be 2 raised to power 4, which is equal to 16. And this is 16. So 16 we can write here. This is also for 1 mark. And then b part says find x when f of x is equal to 7. So f of x is equal to 7 mean 10 minus x is equal to 7. So x is equal to 10 minus 7, which is equal to 3. So answer will be 3 over here for 1 mark. Now for c part, find x when g of x is equal to h of 3. So g of x is 2 over x is equal to h of 3. H of 3 will be 2 raised to the power 3. So 2 raised to the power 3. So we can write x is equal to 2 over 2 raised to power 3, which is equal to 1 over 4. So we can write 1 over 4 as our final answer for 2 marks. Hopefully you understood this. Then they're saying find j inverse of x. J of x is this one. So we can write y is equal to j of x, which is 5 minus 2x. Now we need to make x as subject, and 2x will be equal to 5 minus y. So x will be equal to 5 minus y by 2. Now swap x and y, and when we swap x and y, this will be y will be equal to 5 minus x over 2, and this is basically inverse. So we can write j inverse of x is equal to 5 minus x by 2, and 5 minus x by 2 will be final answer for 2 marks. Hopefully you got this. Now they're saying write f of x plus g of x plus 1 as a single fraction in its simplest form. So f of x is equal to what? F of x is given, which is equal to f of x is equal to 10 minus x. So we can write this is equal to 10 minus x, and g of x is equal to 2 over x. G of x is equal to 2 over x. And then h of x, basically no, h of x is not used. So this equation will be writing f of x, which is 10 minus x, plus g of x, which is 2 over x, and plus 1. So further we can simplify. This will be what? We can take LCM. Basically this will be x, and this will be 10x minus x square, plus this will be 2 plus x, and we can simplify. This will be 10x plus 1x will be 11x, and minus x square minus 2 over x, this will be our answer. And we can write here 11x minus x square minus 2 over x. This will be our final answer for 3 marks. Hopefully you understood this. Now next f part says f of x square minus f of x is equal to this one. Find the values of a, b, c. So we will be using again f of x. We know f of x is equal to 10 minus x, and f of f of x will be equal to 10 minus, instead of x we'll write 10 minus x, and this will be equal to 10 minus 10 plus x, so this is gone, so this will be equal to x. So f of x is equal to x, this one. Now we can use f of x square, which is 10 minus x square, and minus this x is equal to, we will basically form it this as quadratic equation, and we can open the squares. This will be 10 square, which is 100, minus this will be plus x square minus 20x. If we open the square, 10 minus x, you can multiply 10 minus x with 10 minus x, and you will get this term. Hopefully you understood this. Then minus x, and this will be equal to what, x square, and minus 21x plus 100, and ABC values are what, a value is coefficient of x square, which is 1, and coefficient of x is minus 21, so b value is minus 21, and constant is 100, so we can write 100, and this is for 4 marks. Hopefully you got this. Now G part, find x when h inverse of x is equal to 10. So h inverse of x is equal to 10. So we can we can shift basically h inverse to other side. So x will be equal to h of 10, and h of 10, h of x is equal to 2 raised to the power x. So h of 10 will be equal to 2 raised to the power 10, and 2 raised to the power 10 is what, 2 raised to the power 10 is equal to 1024. 1024. So x is equal to 1024, and this will be the final answer for 2 marks. This is done. Hopefully you understood this. Now question number 8, and question number 8 is three-dimensional diagram, and which is not to scale. The diagram shows triangle ABC, which is shaded on horizontal ground. AC is equal to 15, BC is equal to 8, AB is equal to 20, and BP and CQ are vertical poles of different heights. So vertical poles making an angle of 90 degree. This is 3 meters, this is 4 meters. So BP is equal to 3 and CQ is equal to 4 meters. AQ and PQ are straight wires. So these are straight wires. Show that the angle ACB is 117.5 degree, correct to 1 decimal place. So which angle they are talking about? ACB is this angle ACB, and we need to prove that this is 117.5. so we can apply cosine rule on a triangle ABC. So we can write in triangle, if I write in triangle ACB, we can apply cosine rule. So 20 square is equal to 15 square plus 8 square minus 2 into 15 into 8. I am applying cosine rule, cos of angle ACB. Now we can find this cosine angle ACB. We can find 20 square, we can shift these two to other side, so it will be minus 15 square minus 8 square, and then we shift this, and this will be going as denominator, so minus 2. You can apply cos angle formula also if you have memorized. So this is cos of angle ACB. So angle ACB will be equal to cos inverse of this whole value I'm copying, 20 square minus 15 square minus 8 square divided by minus 2 into 15 into 8, and calculator will help you to calculate this. So shift cos of fraction 20 square minus 15 square minus 8 square and divided by minus 2 into 15 into 8, and bracket will be closed, and this is equal to 117.5. 117.5. Basically this was the requirement of the question which we have done, and this is for 4 marks. And next we can move to the B part, and B part says calculate the area of the triangle ABC. So area of triangle ABC, which we have angle we just found, so we can apply the sine formula for A is equal to 1 by 2 half into AB sine C. This is for area of a triangle. So half into one side, which is 15, other side which is 8, and sine of 117.5, which we just found, and this will give us the area of the triangle 0.5 into 15 into 8 multiplied by sine of 117.5, and this is close, and this is equal to 53.22. 53.22. This will be meter square. Basically it's in meters, so meter square, and 53.22 will be our final answer for 2 marks. Now for the C part says calculate the length of AQ. Where is AQ? We need to check AQ. Okay, good. So this is AQ, which we need to find. AQ will be what? AQ, we have this side. Which side? We have this side, which is CQ, which is 4, and this side, which is 15. So we'll apply Pythagoras theorem. So we will be applying Pythagoras theorem on this triangle, and we can in triangle ACQ. So we can write in triangle ACQ. In triangle ACQ, this one AQ is equal to under root of one side, which is 15 square plus 4 square, and this is what we need to calculate: 15 square plus 4 square, and this is equal to 241 root 241, and this decimal value will be 15.52. 15.52. This will be our final answer in meters for 2 marks. D part, calculate the angle of elevation of Q from P. Angle of elevation of Q from P. Angle of elevation of Q from P. That we need to check basically. So if we draw a triangle, some construction we'll be doing like this one, and this is 8, and this is 3 meters. So this height will be 3 meters, and this upper height will be 1 meter. So if I change color so that you can identify, this will be 1 meter. So opposite this angle, so opposite over adjacent, so this will be the angle of elevation. Opposite over adjacent, we can write opposite over adjacent, yes. So tan theta is equal to 1 over 8. So theta will be equal to tan inverse 1 over 8, and this is the, we can take from here and paste it basically over here. We can paste it, and this will be the value which we need to calculate, and this will be shift tan of 1 over 8 and bracket close, and this is equal to 7.125. So this is equal to 7.125 degrees and 7.125 degrees. This will be angle of elevation which is required for 3 marks. Hopefully you understood this. Then they're saying another straight wire connects A to the midpoint of PQ. Calculate the angle between this wire and the horizontal ground. So midpoint of PQ, we can take, for example, midpoint of PQ, say this is midpoint of PQ, and we can take it as S, and we'll have to join with the base like this one, and angle, which angle they are looking for, that we need to understand. If we join this base, this is the construction which we are doing. You should understand this construction, this one, and the upper point S also we can join with A, and S with A will be this point. And now they are saying, if I remove this red lines, and now they are saying consider this triangle. Which triangle? We will be considering this much triangle. I'm trying to clear your concept because three-dimensional diagrams are a little difficult to understand, so your concept need to be clear so that you can solve the questions, unseen questions in exam. So this is the triangle, and in this triangle basically we have this lower side as this will be, this one will be this height, which is from, if we are taking this point R, so RS will be equal to 3.5 meters, because 3 meters is this height, and half meter will be above because this is midpoint. So 1 meter is complete length. So this length is 1 meter, so this length will be half meter, so 3.5 will be, this height will be 3.5, and the this one basically we will be taking the other side, which is we have this one in triangle ACR. We can write in triangle ACR. Hopefully you are understanding. I'll write here, then I will shift to the other side. So we are first considering in triangle ACR, which is one side is basically 15 and other side is 4. So by Pythagoras theorem we can find AR. So AR will be equal to 15 square plus AR. We can find basically we can apply cosine rule also. So 15 square plus 4 square minus 2 into 15 into 4, and cos of 117.5, which we found basically. And this one we can calculate. Before calculation I will shift this to the proper place, and this will be shifted to over here. For calculation part we can shift over here, and this will be, so basically we can paste over here this one, and we can shift here. Okay, this is done finally. So now we can calculate with the help of calculator. This will be square root of 15 square plus 4 square minus 2 into 15 into 4 into cos of 117.5, and this is equal to 17.217. Now angle RAS, we can write angle RAS. RAS is this angle, which we can take angle RAS will be equal to tan of 3.5 over angle RAS will be equal to tan theta, which is equal to 3.5 over 17.217, and theta will be equal to tan inverse of 3.5 over 17.217, and this will be equal to this will be shift tan of fraction 3.5 over, this will be 17.217, and bracket will be closed, and this is equal to 11.49 degrees. 11.49 degrees will be answer for 5 marks. Hopefully you understood this. Now question number 9a part, 9a part says two diagrams are provided not to scale, and the total of the areas of rectangle A and B, this is A, this is B, so areas is 20. So this is given, total area is 20. Show that this is equal to this. So what we will be doing, so area of this will be how much? This will be x into 3x plus 4, and area of this B will be plus area of this will be 2 into x minus 1 is equal to 20 by the condition of the question. And we can open the 3x square plus 4x plus 2x minus 2 is equal to 20, or we can write minus 20 is equal to 0. So this will be 3x square plus 6x minus 22 is equal to 0. This is the required equation for 2 marks, which is done. Now they are saying for second part, solve the equation, this quadratic equation, giving your answer correct to 4 significant figures. You must show all your working. So show working also. So 3x square plus 6x minus 22 is equal to 0. We will apply quadratic formula. A is equal to 3, B is equal to 6, and C is equal to minus 22. And quadratic formula, you know, is x is equal to minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac over 2a. This will be the quadratic formula, and we will be replacing values. So x is equal to minus b mean minus 6 plus minus, we will be replacing values in brackets. So b square means 6 square minus 4 into a is 3 and c is minus 22, and divided by 2a will be 3. And now we can calculate, and this will be calculation. First we will calculate for plus, and then we will change sign, and this will be 6 square minus 4 into 3 into basically bracket we can write here minus 22, and divided by 6. 2 into 3 will be 6. So this is equal to 1.89. So 1.887 we can write 1.887. This will be x1 value with the plus sign. Now with this negative sign, we will just change this sign to minus, and this will be equal to minus 3.887. So x2 will be equal to minus 3.887, and these are the values which we can write 1.887 and minus 3.887. This is for 4 marks. Hopefully you understood this. Now they are saying find the perimeter of the rectangle. Perimeter of the rectangle we can find, and that will be what? Rectangle B basically. Rectangle B is this one. So 2 into 2, 4, and we can write equation 2 plus 2 plus x minus 1 plus x minus 1. So basically this will be the thing which we will be using, and this one will be shifted. So over here we can paste, this will be perimeter, and perimeter for B will be what? This one we can add, this will be 2 into 2 will be 4, 4 minus 1 will be 3, 3 minus 1 will be 2. So we can write 2 in 2 plus 2x. So this will be 2 plus 2 into positive value 1.887, and this will be equal to 2 plus 2 into 1.887 and bracket close, and this is equal to 5.774. 5.774. This will be final answer for 1 mark. And keep in mind we will not be taking negative value for this, because length cannot be negative, so we are ignoring, we are using only the positive value for this part. Now for B part says diagram is not to scale. The diagram shows 2 rectangles where capital H minus h is equal to 1. Capital H is this one, small h is this one. By forming a quadratic equation and factorizing, find the value of y. Value of y is required. So what we'll do, we can write y minus 2 into capital H, and capital H is what? Capital H minus small h is equal to 1. This is what they have given. So capital H is equal to h plus 1, and this value we will replace over here. So multiply by h plus 1 is equal to 15. We formed equation from this rectangle, and we can basically now calculate this. This will be what? This will be h plus 1, h into y is equal to 20. So we can write from here h, y into h is equal to 20, or we can write h is equal to 20 over y, and this value we will replace in this, and it will be y minus 2 is equal to, this will be 20 over y, and plus 1 is equal to 15. Now we can simplify. We will be multiplying this with 20 over y will be resulting to 20, then y with 1 will be y, then minus 2 with this will minus 2 with 20 over y will be minus 40 over y, and minus 2 with 1 will be minus 2 is equal to 15. Now we can multiply everything by y, and before that one we will just simplify y minus 40 over y and 18. So this will be what? This will be 18 plus 18 minus 15 is equal to 0. So y minus 40 over y plus 3 is equal to 0. Now we can basically multiply everything by y. So this will be y square minus 40 plus 3y is equal to 0. So y square plus 3y minus 40 is equal to 0. So this will be our quadratic equation which we will be solving. And to solve this, we can use mode 5(3), and coefficient of y square is 1, coefficient of y is 3, and constant value is minus 40 is equal to 5 and minus 8. So 5 and minus 8 we will be using this, and y we can write y minus 5, opposite sign we are taking, and y plus 8 is equal to 0. Intermediate step, we can write y and y plus 8 and minus 5 into y plus 8 is equal to 0. And further we can write y is equal to y minus 5 is equal to 0, or y plus 8 is equal to 0. So this implies y is equal to 5, and this implies y is equal to minus 8. Now minus 8 we will reject because it cannot be negative, length cannot be negative. So y is equal to 5 will be our answer, which we can provide over here. And this was for 7-mark question. Hopefully you understood this question. Now last question, question number 10. A part diagram is not to scale. The diagram shows a sketch of the graph of y is equal to f of x from minus 1.5 to 6, and the coordinates of the 5 points on the graph of y is equal to f of x are shown on the diagram. Part 1, f of x is equal to k, has two solutions in the interval. Write down the possible integer values of k. So there can be two values will be where, like if we check, like for example over here, if we are having something over here, this will be having two values, two solutions mean 1 and 2 solutions. So up to this level, will be two solutions. You can see this is also one solution, two solution, but above this one we will not, basically two solutions will be this one, and here also two solutions. You can say this is also like if we are drawing a little low, so this will be two solutions. So we can write, it can be k value can be 4 mean y value should be in between 3 and 10. So in between 3 and 10, but it cannot be 6y is equal to, we can take 4, 5, 7, 8, 9 values. Basically we can write here, these values can be 4, 5 or 7 or 8 or 9, any of these two values we can write. So the coordinates of 5 points on the, okay, so write down a possible integer value. So I'm writing basically 4, I'm writing basically this one 4, I can write k is equal to 4. So that will be the answer. You keep in mind that it can be 4, 5, 7, 8 or 9. These values can be the possible answers. Then for the second part says f of x j is equal to j has no solutions in interval this one, and j is less than a, j is greater than b, and find the maximum value of a, and that is, so no solutions means what? Less than 3 will be no solutions. If you check this area, like if we draw a line over here, this will not be intersecting the curve anywhere, right? And above this also, above this it will not be intersecting. So we can write j less than 3, j value less than 3, and j value greater than 10. So a value will be 3, b value will be 10. This is what answer for 2 marks. Hopefully you understood this. B part, find the coordinates of the two stationary points on the graph of y is equal to this one, and you must show all your working. So we know stationary points, how we are finding. Y is equal to x raised to 6 minus 6x raised to the power 5. So we will be finding dy by dx. Dy by dx will be equal to 6x raised to 5 minus 30x raised to the power 4. And we will put equal to, for stationary points, dy by dx will be equal to 0. So this implies 6x raised to 5 minus 30x raised to 4 is equal to 0. We can take 6x raised to 4 common. So inside will be x minus 5 is equal to 0. So 6x raised to 4 is equal to 0, or x minus 5. X minus 5 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 0 or x is equal to 5. These will be the two values of x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 5. We can write x values. Now y will be what? If x is equal to 0, at x is equal to 0, y will be equal to 0 raised to 6 minus 6 into 0 raised to 5, and this will be equal to 0. So 0 will be 0, and at x is equal to 5, y is equal to 5 raised to power 6 minus 6 into 5 raised to the power 5, and we can find this value by calculator. 5 raised to the power 6 and minus 6 into 5 raised to the power 5 raised to the power 5, bracket will be closed, and this is equal to minus 3125, minus 3125, minus 3125, and this is for 5 marks. Hopefully you understood this. We are done with the paper. Hopefully you understand each and everything. Don't forget to subscribe the channel, introduce this channel to your respective teachers, and recommend this channel to your friends and class fellows. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye.